Woman has a meltdown after bragging about getting burned. You don't know what getting burned is? You're going to learn something today, buddy boy. Let's get straight into this.
Who's living her best life with a disease? The Danae Davis. And still getting hoes because niggas are fiends. The Danae Davis. The Danae Davis. The Danae Davis. The Danae Davis. Not Charizard.
I was going to say, she does kind of look like Charizard, though.
I'm just going to say, yes, he gave it to me. It's devastating to have to come on here and share that whenever I was 19 years old, Gucci third leg burned me with HSV2. And
Bro, they did not do the Fantastic Four on that. That is diabolical. That poor little baby.
He told me that he was going to send me his test results, and he never did.
See, this is the big danger of being in the, the corn industry and doing this stuff, man. It's like people can lie. And especially with the LonelyFans stuff, it's more of an independent thing. You're not really backed by a big studio. Like big studios, from my understanding, they do blood work, they do tests constantly, and you have to have your paperwork, and there's like a due process. But with this LonelyFans stuff, anybody can prop up a camera and they can just buck each other on camera, and then boom, it's online. Like it's really kind of dangerous. Like these people need to be really, and the problem is it's like younger and younger women are getting into it, and it's older guys going around bucking a lot of the same girls. And so if these guys have anything, they're going to give it to all these women. And then you have a massive pool of women. Apparently this guy named Gucci Third Leg, I did some research on Twitter, and there's like a list of women that he's so-called burned, which means he's giving them a disease, like HSV2, I think is the one they're mainly referencing here, which is herpes. I think the second strand of herpes or whatever. I'm not a doctor here, to do your own research on that. But yeah, it's really kind of crazy because kids aren't being careful, and then this stuff sticks with you for life. A lot of these you can't cure.
And it saddens me to hear that he's done this to so many girls. And there's girls with so many similar stories to me, and they're so young as well. He is preying on the young, he is preying on the new. And I'm so sorry for not saying this 7 months ago. I was scared, and I was making so much money.
That's the thing. They're making so much money, they don't want to ruin it, man. It's like money. Money will ruin people, make them throw all their morals out the window.
I can't keep beating around the bush because you guys think I'm lying. And he can't ruin anybody else's life. I didn't know what he was known for. I didn't know who he was. I didn't do my research. And it is my fault. I know the people that already have...
At least she's taking ownership of it, you know what I mean? Like, kudos to her. This is more of like an awareness episode. Like, dude, you gotta be really careful. I don't think a lot of you guys are participating in this LonelyFans culture, but, for these women, you got to be careful. So if a woman has done it and she's like, I used to do it in the past, bro, be careful.
I haven't know exactly what I'm talking about, but...
Oh, dang, she put the government name. Good Lord.
Whenever you realize and find out that you have something as severe as that, it's heartbreaking. It causes you to go through an immense amount of trauma and depression. I was going through so much at the time, and I've already gone through so much, so at the time it was very hard for me to speak up about anything. I do fully disclose anybody that I have sexual interactions with. I tell them before.
That's good. As you should. I think people, like, if you're willingly giving this to someone, I think you should face legal ramifications. Chat, put in one in the chat if you agree. Like, I've seen talk of people being like, I have HIV, and I don't tell people. Like, bro, you should get in legal trouble for that. That's messed up.
Nobody is made unaware. You guys can demonize me, whatever, but I'm sorry. Hearing these girls sob and not know what to do because for a while they didn't know if that's what was going on. It's so sad because the agency does not make you test. Talent testing does not make you test for herpes. That is one of the only things that they don't make you test.
Yeah, see, and in the actual industry, from my understanding, they're testing you up and down. They're going to know every bit of your blood work and everything like that. I think we're going to see a big wave of this. Chat, put one in the chat if you agree. I think we're going to see a very large wave of this, of a younger generation of kids, men and women, younger, 18 to 24, getting so-called burned, as they would call it, and it ruining them for the rest of their lives. And the problem is they're doing this type of work to make money. And so once you take that equation out of like, oh, now you do this for said dollars, and nobody wants to buck you on camera, nobody wants to do nobody wants to do the deed with you, then your money dries up. But this may be a good thing for them. Let's think about it on the flip side. Maybe it is a good thing because maybe it forces them now to go get an education and go learn a high-income skill and contribute something to the marketplace. Just like that girl said, I was making so much money. That's the problem, is that you're doing something so degenerate and making so much money. Just shows you how far we've fallen in the West that men, I think, what they say, there's like 1.4 million creators, but there's like 4 million people paying for this stuff. It's like, oh my God, this is horrible. This is absolutely terrible. Like, these women are making as much as the freaking NBA right now. It's absolutely wild. It's insane to me that there's this much money in it. But I wanted to use this episode more as like an awareness thing. Like, guys, you got to be really careful who you're messing with. If a girl said she's done OnlyFans in the past, absolutely not. It's a no-go. It's a no start. It's an absolute no start. Also for the relationship reasons, but like that reason as well. Some of the stuff you can't get rid of, bro. And mainly, the reason behind all that is because navigating the dating scene can be absolutely brutal, but so can dealing with the aftermath of an accident. Have you ever been involved in a personal injury case? Over the years as an image consultant, I've worked with many clients recovering from workplace accidents, car accidents, and more. And I was actually shocked to learn how often people lose their personal injury cases. That's why I want to talk about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They specialize in a wide variety of personal injury cases, and they've won thousands of big cases. And if you end up working with them, they're going to fight for the money that you deserve. Just recently, Morgan & Morgan solidified verdicts in Florida of $12 million and $26 million in Philly. That's up to 40 times the highest insurance offer. And I'm telling you, your case could be worth millions. If you've been injured in an accident, don't wait. You can go visit www.forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below, to start your free claim today. Y'all know what time it is. Loki, we need some freeze in the chat. Loki, free. Be careful. Good boy, look at that. Look at him. Such a great boy. Why are these females single out here? I saw this clip. This dude's channel's pretty funny.
These females be single out here because y'all be wanting these guys out here.
Why are you going to the women? What was their problem? Okay, go ahead.
I'm just saying because the women be the main one talking about the black men. No one be standing up for our black men.
Are you an anti-vaxxer? I'm just curious. Sorry.
I am.
Let's go. You could.
I mean, we could kind of tell.
So you probably should be on the vaccine because, I mean...
Like, you talking about, like, COVID?
All of them.
Oh, no, I don't know.
You don't do none of them?
I'm protected by God.
Can y'all hear me?
And my ancestors.
I could never give you a 10.
No, God did send the plague.
He did send the plague, but not to me.
Okay,
Stupid.
right. Moving on.
Is this literally what some of the guys have to deal with in the modern dating market right now? Is this so true? Bro, I saw this one and men are avoiding me because I have a child. Am I doomed to be alone? Would you go on a date with a single mom? No. Wouldn't. Last chance. Last ditch effort. What a lot of these women don't get is that they're actually looking for a stepdad. You're not looking for a man. You're not looking for a boyfriend. You're not looking for a husband. You're looking for a stepfather. That's what you're looking for. And I think the quicker they title it, oh, I'm looking for a stepfather, the quicker they can get to it. I saw this one about, was like, goodness, what I eat in a day as a plus-size girly.
Big bag.
Welcome back to What I Eat in a Day as a Plus-Size Girly. Y'all, this is how you know I've always been overweight because this sweater is from 8th grade basketball. Isn't that crazy? Starting off strong, I had Dunkin' medium iced coffee with caramel.
Those coffees, like Cass was wanting to get one of those one time, and I'm very big on like calorie. I don't count calories, but like sugar content and calories. Because a lot of us Americans, like, we consume a lot of our calories via liquid form. Dude, some of those Dunkin' freaking Donuts coffees are 1,000 calories. They had a pumpkin spice latte one that was 1,000 calories in a large drink. 1,000. That's like half your daily amount of what you're supposed to eat. It's insane.
On oat milk, y'all already know. Then y'all already know I picked up some donuts for my friend and I.
Okay, so this is probably already a 1,500 calories. Like, this is big.
I had chocolate glazed and regular glazed. She got jelly and another one. I don't remember
Those are probably 200-300 a piece. What is this?
for which one it was, honestly. I also picked up Burger King because I wasn't sure if I would like
Second breakfast.
Longhorn. Honestly, I had only been there once and I didn't love it. I got 8-count nuggets and a medium halvesies, so that is half onion rings,
Bro, what she's already eaten is typically more of as much as I eat in an entire day.
half french fries. Once I got to my friend's house, I gave her the donuts and she had a bowl of Lind, I think that's the brand, chocolate, these chocolates. So I had some of those. Then on our way to the steakhouse, she actually offered me some of these lollipops. The orange one is my fave. Let me know which one is yours. Then if you want to check out what I ate at Longhorn.
Bro, my stomach is already hurting, bro. You went from coffee to donuts to Burger King to chocolate to, oof. I can imagine what the back of her toilet looks like.
That's in another video. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I brought it all home because I was so full from everything I had already eaten. Anyways, now it's 7:30 p.m. I just sat down and had a slice of pizza with this mini Pepsi, I was gonna say Pepsi Zero, girl please. It's a mini Pepsi. And I'm having tea biscuits with a cup of tea. If you made it to the end, you're a real one. Comment something you're excited for this month. I'm excited.
Goodness, it's like 6,000 calories. Oh, Lord. Rate her diet, chat. Rate her diet, 1 out of 10. I'm going to give it a whole 2. I mean, she was at least eating some protein, but Lord have mercy, that was bad. Goodness gracious, that was bad.
Date somebody your own age. Why aren't you doing that?
Why?
Why aren't you dating women your own age?
Some women, not all. Not all. Some women be pretty when they young. When they get older, they be looking bad.
There's
the
something
older
wrong with
women
that
don't
dynamic.
be fit.
He's got a point.
They don't be friendly. They don't be feminine. They don't be cooperative.
So men in their women
and they
in
don't
their
be
40s aren't.
submissive. They
A
be,
lot of times,
yo,
men
and
True. Typically, as women get older, they're not fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, no kids. They're not quaint, uplifting, elegant, empathetic, natural, nurturing. Should put an eye, should have bought a Honda, put it on a freaking t-shirt. This, in my opinion, in chat, let me know if you agree with this. In my opinion, it's mainly because trauma. Going through more men, going through more experiences, getting burned by guys, getting dumped by guys, getting ghosted. When people start doing you wrong, you know what a lot of people do? In chat, some of you guys might do this. I used to do this. When people did me wrong, I would put up a wall and say, nobody else is going to get that close to me. Man, you're just shutting yourself off from everybody. Mike Tyson has a quote about this. It's like, if somebody can change who you are, then they are your master. So if somebody can come in and do you wrong and change who you are, man, they're your master. But you also need to know when to hold them, when to fold them. Some relationships you need to try to keep. Some relationships you need to let go. But also, typically with women, when they get a little bit older, man, they get more combative. They get more argumentative. They don't want to be in relationships near as much. They want more from a man, and they want more from a man in the 30s than they did in their freaking 20s. Like, these women will be like, oh, my ex was such a piece of crap. I put up with everything, and I stayed with him, and I cooked and I cleaned. But with you, you have to put in more. I won't cook. I won't clean. It's like, well, that just sounds like a really bad deal. I want you when you were 20, but you were bucking these other chads. So that's the whole difference in that.
You want to date somebody so much younger because y'all be wanting somebody to train. That's what it is.
Yeah, sometimes.
And men say that.
Hey.
Women are not things to train.
Well, she could train up. It said train up a child in the way they should go.
But that's why y'all be wanting to date children.
No, but
that's why y'all be wanting to.
No, not children. And see, a lot of these older women that are alone, especially, want to shame men for their preferences, but then they're celebrated for theirs. Yes, queen, you should want an older guy who has money. But the second we want to say we want a younger woman with less mileage that can get on our page and be cooperative and submissive, then we're the problem. Come on.
Date children.
So listen, I see older guys date young girls all the time. You understand?
We do, but that doesn't say that there's nothing wrong with that, though. Just because it's normalized does not mean that it's okay.
When you think you have kids?
I'm not having kids.
Okay, then you're pretty useless to a traditional man.
What you mean you're not having kids?
I'm not having kids.
That's what you was born here to do.
No, I'm not.
Why would you not want to have kids?
Why would I?
Well, I'm asking you.
I want to have kids. I don't see any benefit.
Wow. So selfish.
For giving somebody life?
You have a kid and your life becomes about the kid. I want my life to be about me.
Oh, you selfish.
Selfishness, bro. Wow. She showed her real true colors on that one. So selfish. But that's modern women right now in a nutshell. That's how it is, sadly.
I have kids, but I'm not a person that particularly likes to date people with kids anyways. So,
What in the actual is that?
I don't like to deal with drama.
Yeah, it's a lot of guys that they don't want to date women with kids. Don't just say
That's not
saying
me.
drama.
Well, let me piggyback.
Yeah,
That's not a man.
Is she serious?
Men that don't date women with kids, I understand where they're coming from, because don't no man want to play Mr. Cleanup Guy, right?
Why not?
What is it that you can offer me that you haven't given to another man?
Oh my goodness.
There's the reason why I'm saying that, because one, you shared your youth, your fertility, and your womb with another man. So why should I give up my resources to take care of your kids?
Are you serious right now?
Yes.
Yes, very serious.
I'm being very serious.
That's some bullshit. If you are a man that has children, to say that to a woman that has children, it almost sounds, it's narcissistic as hell.
Okay.
Oh my God, bro. She doesn't even realize how crazy she sounds. Women are for real about this stuff, though. Like, that is absolutely wild to me that she really believes that. She really does.
I found out 1.4 million women in America do OnlyFans. 1.2 million is between 18 and 24. How many women in America
That's a lot, bro.
are between 18 to 24? There's only 10 million women between.
So that means what, 10%? Oh my Lord, that's a lot.
18 to 25. So just on
Or like 14%.
OnlyFans alone, 10% of women in that age group are on OnlyFans.
That's crazy. I did not know that. Wild statistic there. 10% of women. Oh, that's disgusting, bruv. Absolutely disgusting. God, that's too much. Did y'all see the new Disney movie that they're coming out with? I saw that, about died, bro. Oh my God. What is the biggest dating red flag?
My dating red flags are men who are obsessed with selfies, men who take 60,000 pictures of themselves.
Chat, do any of y'all do that? I don't think that's really a man thing. I'm gonna keep it about. I don't think men really be taking selfies.
In the mirror. Men who DM girls the same message. Men
Well, how would you know?
who follow thousands of women is a huge red flag. And also men who lie.
Okay, what about women who post provocative pictures? Is that a red flag? Women who have a high body count. Women that look for a lot of outside validation on social media. How about that? What's funny to me is that these women don't realize that they post provocative pictures online looking for attention from men. They're pretty much the same as men that follow 100,000 women that post provocative pictures. That frog in my throat is kicking my tuchus. But they're pretty much in the same boat. Because you're kind of doing the same thing, right? You know your strength. You're trying to garner attention, whereas men are giving the attention. You're just trying to get attention from men. It's like you're kind of in the same boat, bro. And this chick says, my rules as a chill girlfriend. Let's see if she's actually chill.
Here are my rules as being a chill girlfriend. First, I don't care if my boyfriend hangs out with another girl as long as I know who she is, what they're doing, and that I would be invited if I could go. And also, if they do anything together, he cannot pay for her. No. Second thing, he doesn't have to ask me to do things. He can go out. I encourage him to go out, hang out with his friends. He doesn't have to ask if he can have a boys' night. I want him to. I want him to hang out with his friends. And when he does go out, I just want to know where he's at and what time he's going to get home. Third is relationship advice. He cannot ask any girl for relationship advice except his sister and maybe a few of his guy friends that I like. Fourth one is always defend me no matter what the situation is. Just always have my back. My next one is respect my friends. They were here before you, most of them at least, and I love them, so I want you to just have respect. You don't have to like them, but next would be effort. Always put effort into the relationship, even when you're comfortable. I still want to be asked out on dates. I still want to be complimented, all of that. Next one is my boyfriend has to understand that my family is my first priority. So if I need to drop what I'm doing with him to go help out my parents, like, I will be doing that, and you cannot get mad. And the last one I could think about is don't embarrass me and don't disrespect me, meaning don't snap a lot of girls, don't snap girls I don't know, don't snap people that you used to talk to or talk to people that you used to talk to. Just the basic things. And also, Last one, always be talking highly about me. I could definitely think of some more. I feel like that's...
She sounds alone. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That is not chill. Is that chill to you guys? Like, chat, put a 1 in the chat if you think that's chill. Put a 2 in the chat if you think that's not chill. I don't think that's exactly chill. Doesn't seem very chill. It's a kind of a long list of demands. Chill is like, hey, go do what you want. I'm here for you. That's chill. Not that. I don't know what that was. We got one more clip here.
Name and age.
My name Marcus. I'm 32.
Okay. Why did you pop your balloon?
The fact that you're 27, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got no children. I mean, you look good. What's going on down there? Ain't no man, tried to get you pregnant or anything?
Yeah, I don't play that.
Well, I got 2 children. My children are older, but a woman that don't want kids, they don't really know how to love genuinely, because a kid teach you that.
That's not true, though. I mean, that's your opinion.
I think there's a little bit of truth in that. Loving a child requires selfless love. When you love yourself, it's a selfish love. This man might be onto something.
But that's not true.
To each his own, sweet.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Well, to me, the highest epitome of a woman is being a mother. That's like peak femininity, being a mom.
See your type? Why not?
Nah, it's not really a why. It's just nah.
Yeah, she got shut down, so she didn't know what to say. But Loki, did you have a good time today? Awesome. I love to hear it, bud. Don't forget to go to LeviNichs.com. Go cop the new Ricky Sickle t-shirt. Shout out to my boy there. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. You can book a one-on-one chat with me. The link is in the description below if you need life advice, relationship advice, looks maxing advice, style advice, or you want to begin your content creation journey. I got your back like a chiropractor. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.